everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nidhi and you are watching our FAQ Sunday interview tips. In today's video, I will be sharing with you 5 tips so that you can successfully ace your next phone interview. So before we go ahead, just a quick run through. This is a series that I'm doing where I'll be making a weekly video based on the questions that you would ask me. So go ahead and ask me your questions on the website. When you go to my website, on the main page itself, the homepage itself, there is a column that says Ask Nidhi. You can go ahead and submit your questions based on the categories. We take questions based on CV, personality, communications, Q&A, skincare, all the burning questions that you have. So go ahead and put in your question. Past, a lot of employees used to conduct telephone interviews or phone interviews so that they can actually narrow down the pool of candidates. They can filter amongst all the candidates, a lot of candidates that used to apply for a specific job, so that they will know who are the ones that they need to call for the in-person or the face-to-face interview. However, with the changing situation and social distancing being the new norm, 100% we can expect that interview processes are going to change, and now most, and in fact all companies, will be conducting phone interviews or what we call as telephone interviews, followed by video interviews before they could even meet you face to face. And that is why it is really important to watch this video till the end, because I'm going to be sharing a lot of valuable tips so that you end up not ruining your next phone interview. Now, we all know first impressions being extremely important for any interview. Let's accept it that there will be a lot of challenges that we're going to face when it comes to the phone interview or telephone interview. Number 1, you don't have any visual cues that you will receive from your interviewers when you're talking to them, because you can't really see them, so you do not know how are they responding when you're answering any question. Number 2, there will always be this awkward feeling. You will always be worried about the fact that there's going to be an awkward silence, or for that matter of fact, you will always be worried whether you should actually interrupt at this point in time or whether you should not interrupt your interviewers to continue with the conversation. And number 3, you can't see the interviewers. Similarly, the interviewers can't see you. And that is why language of voice is the most important tool that you would have to use when it comes to build that rapport, because they are not able to see your body language, you're not able to use your facial expressions visually to be able to build that rapport with your interviewers. And that is why I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips that I believe will be very, very helpful to be able to ace that phone interview. Tip number 1, phone interviews are actually not at all different from face-to-face interview. Well, yes. Even though you are not able to see your interviewers because you're having a conversation with them over the phone, does that mean that you cannot visualize yourself in an interview room? Does that mean that you cannot actually imagine that you're sitting in an interview room and you are facing your interviewers? Hence, it is very, very important that you prepare yourself accordingly when it comes to your grooming. Make sure you groom yourself from top to toe. Wear the clothes that you believe are important for your dress to success. Go ahead and groom yourself based upon the hairstyle that you would want to have, the makeup that you would want to have, especially for the female candidates. And at the same time, prepare yourself as if you are going to face your interviewers. It's going to be a face-to-face conversation, especially when it comes to the mindset that you need to have, the confidence that you need to have. And at the same time, when you are going to answer the questions that the interviewers are going to ask you. And trust me, this is going to be very, very helpful, because you will have the right mindset and the right attitude when it comes to facing the interview. Even though you're just talking to them over the phone, you will be able to create that positive impression. Tip number 2, get ready for the golden call. We all know that golden call is the call that you receive when you get a call from the interviewers telling you that you have cleared the interview. But why not take it as a golden call? Because every step in that interview process is important. Even if this is your first step in the interview process, even if it's your last step in the interview process, make sure you perform to your best, thinking that this is what you need to clear. So that is why that's the first tip that I want to share with you when it comes to getting ready for that phone call. Make sure that it is your golden call, and hence you've got to make sure that everything is in order. First and foremost, Make sure you have a pen, paper and a notepad so that you can make notes of anything that you want to tell your interviewers later. If there's an important information that your interviewer is going to share with you, you do not want to scramble last minute looking for these items. At the same time, interviewers can't see you, remember? So let's use this in our favor. Keep a copy of your CV, cover letter, and the job description handy so that when you have to refer to certain skill sets, that will make you that candidate who is perfect for that job role. You don't have to think so much. You can actually refer to that cheat sheet. At the same time, it's equally important that you take care of your setup. Even though the interviewers can't see you, ensure that you sit in a space where you have a good background. Because trust me, at the end of the day, just in case if the interviewer says, can we have a quick video call because we want to see you? Then are you going to stand in a kitchen and tell them, oh, I can't do this right now? So that is why it's really important to have a decent background. Make sure your headphones are good quality. Make sure that your phone is charged and ensure nobody calls you during that time, because that is a really, really important time for you. And the most important, please ensure that you're not distracted by all the noise and sound. So make sure you sit in a quiet space, and please, please, please take note of the time zone difference, because this is something that we all forget all the time. Tip number 3. Go ahead and follow proper phone interview etiquette when you are taking that golden call. Make sure when you answer that phone call, you just don't go ahead and say hello. You want to make that positive first impression. You want to build rapport. So when you pick up that phone, when you know that that is your interviewer calling, say good afternoon, say good morning. You can even say Nidhi Belani speaking, so that the interviewers will instantly know that they have the right person and they would not have to go ahead and ask you that question. And this is how you'll be making that first great impression. At the same time, follow the interviewer's lead. This is really, really important. You know, a lot of times interviewers do not want to jump straight into asking questions, even though you are very, very eager to just answer to the questions and, put the phone down. Interviewer sometimes wants to build a bit of rapport by doing a little bit of small talk. So engage in that small talk and do not just focus all your attention in answering those interview questions. And of course, in that process, it's really, really important that you listen to your interviewers, have a conversation. Just don't stay quiet on the other side of the phone when an interviewer is asking you a question. Yes, do that acknowledgement, even though they cannot see you, but go ahead and do that acknowledgement, because when they finish asking that question, you would be nodding by saying, I agree, yes, thank you for that question, and things like that. So you'll be able to instantly build that rapport, and that goes to show that you have fantastic phone etiquette, which is going to translate into your etiquettes with the customers that you're going to be interacting with at the end of the day. Tip number 4, engage with your non-verbal body language. Well, I know the interviewers are not able to see you, but should that stop you from actually going with the flow and using your non-verbal body language to your advantage? As I said earlier, you can acknowledge. Even though the interviewers cannot see your acknowledgement, trust me, will help you to build that rapport. Similarly, smile. I know the interviewers can't see you or smile, but trust me, it will change your tone of voice. If I talk to you right now and if I don't smile, trust me, you can tell the difference in the change of the tone of voice that I just showcased to you. Similarly, put that energy, put that enthusiasm in your voice when you're talking to your interviewers, because that will show them that you're passionate about this job, you really, really want it. But at the same time, remember to speak clearly, enunciate, because when someone is talking to you on the phone, yes, it is a little bit different when you talk to them in person, and that is why it's really important to have that clarity in what you're saying. Remember your word stress, remember your intonation, because that's going to help you in ensuring that the interviewers understand you very, very clearly and you are able to deliver the message that you are competent and you are fit in the job role for the candidate that they're looking for. And tip number 5, our goal here is to get to the next level in the interview. And that is why it's very, very important that when you are answering those questions, ensure that you share stories, you give examples so that you can stand out, so that interviewers can actually, sense your genuine answers, they can listen to your genuine answers, and at the same time, they'll be able to spot those key skills that they're looking for. And that is why it's equally important to keep your answers short, especially when you are in a phone or a telephone conversation, because, something that seems like a small, minute minute when you are talking to someone face to face can actually seem very, very long when you're listening to someone over the phone, and trust me on this. At the same time, If the interviewer is going to ask you at the end of the day, do you have any questions for them? Trust me, this is your time to engage with them, because you're not able to engage with them face to face. You've got to take this chance, this opportunity to ask them questions. You could ask them questions about the company, you could ask them questions about their experience, you can ask them just generic questions at the same time. So have some good closing questions ready so that you can engage with your interviewers at the end of the day. And lastly, when your interview is over, do thank your interviewers for the opportunity and their time, and go a step ahead and send a thank you email to your interviewers, also reiterating your interest for this particular job that you're applying for. This will be a game changer for all of you out there who are going to sit or stand, for that matter of fact, for that phone interview, in ensuring that you successfully pass that phone interview or that telephone interview and go to the next level. So that's it for today. I really hope that you find value in these 5 tips that I have shared with you, and you go ahead and implement them in your next interview, phone interview. And at the same time, do remember to like the video, do go ahead and share it with someone so that they can be benefited from this information as well. And please do go ahead and comment in the video, comment below the video as well. And of course, if you still haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and do that right now and press that little notification bell so that you can be updated when the next video comes out. And trust me, you definitely don't want to miss the next video, because that's going to be a very valuable video. And at the same time, if you want to go ahead and let us know what videos do you want to see, go ahead and submit your questions on our website. We have on the main homepage itself, we have a column that says Ask Me Anything, or Ask Nidhi. Go ahead and put in your questions, and we will pick up your question and do a video on this FAQ Sunday interview tips. And at the same time, if you're preparing for an upcoming interview, whether you're fresher or an experienced person who's wanting to move up the ladder, go ahead and join us in our upcoming webinars. All the information is on the website. Put in all the information, you will be included in our regular email database, and you will get to know when the next webinar is happening, and we would love to see you in that webinar. So for now, once again, thank you for watching. All of you out there, please stay safe, stay happy, and I love you guys. Bye.